So Clearwater, Florida is located on the west coast of Florida, right on the beach, beautiful location, but is it expensive to live here? I get that question all the time. Or is it more affordable? Well, we're going to go over the cost of living in Clearwater, Florida, and we're going to do it right now. Hey everyone, Sean McManaman here with the Romero McManaman Group. If this is your first time to our channel, we make videos every week about living in Tampa Bay, living on the west coast of Florida, and real estate. So if you haven't done so, click on that subscribe button, tap on that little bell, and you will be notified each week when we put out a new video. Okay, so let's show where Clearwater is on the map in the Tampa Bay area. Let me bring it up. All right, so as you can see, Clearwater is located across Tampa Bay, probably about 30 minutes west of Tampa, right on the west coast of Florida, right on the beach, a beautiful location with white sandy beaches, and it is just a tropical paradise. So the first cost I want to go into is the biggest cost you're going to have, and that's housing, whether you're renting or buying. So let's start with purchasing. If you purchase a home, what is it going to cost? So the median sales price of a single family home nationally is $274,500. In the city of Clearwater, it's $260,000. So it's more affordable in this area than the national average. Now, granted, if you're going to live on the beach, closer to the water, you're going to pay more money, but for the most part, purchasing a home is affordable in Clearwater. Now let's get to renting. Let me give you my opinion on renting first, okay? Renting right now just doesn't make sense unless you have to maybe for temporary housing, or if your credit's not ready to purchase. Right now, renting just doesn't make any sense because the interest rates are so low on buying a home. You're probably going to have a better monthly payment if you purchase a home, even at $260,000 to $300,000, than renting. But let's get over to renting real quick, and I'm going to go over the average rent in the Clearwater area. And I'm going to do it for a 2, 3, and 4 bedroom, either home or apartment. Let me bring this up. So, for a 2 bedroom, you're looking at $1,186 a month. For a 3 bedroom, $1,554 a month. And you know, that's kind of high. That's getting way up there. And for a 4 bedroom, you're looking at $1,878 a month. So you can see renting in Clearwater is not cheap. And you definitely could purchase a home for these monthly payments and get a pretty nice home. But for the most part, nationally, we're a little above the national average when it comes to monthly rents. And you know, granted, if you do, again, live closer to the water or on the beach, you're going to be paying more. But for the most part, it's pretty affordable in Clearwater to rent also. So the next cost I want to go into is our favorite cost. Everybody loves paying for this, and that is taxes. We all just love paying taxes. I know it. I do every day. I wake up in the morning and want to pay taxes. So the taxes in our area are pretty affordable. Some a little above average, some not. Now stay tuned to the end of this video because there's one tax in Clearwater that is lower than anywhere else in the country. So you're going to want to stay tuned to see what that is. All right, so let's start off with property taxes. When you purchase a home, what are the property taxes? In Clearwater, in Pinellas County, which Clearwater is in Pinellas County, the average for property taxes is right around 0.94% of the assessed value. So what does that mean? That means if you have a $300,000 house, then you're looking at paying about $3,000 a year. That's not that bad. You know, $400,000, $4,000 a year. Granted, that's with homestead exemption, but that's the property taxes in Clearwater. So for sales tax, let's go into sales tax. That's for everything that you buy other than groceries. The sales taxes were a little higher. The national average is 6.62%, and in Clearwater, again, which is in Pinellas County, we're at 7%. So we're a little bit higher, not a lot higher, but sales taxes are a little higher in our area. All right, the next cost I want to go into is insurance. This is another cost that we just love to pay every day. So insurance, for auto insurance, we're a little high in our area because, quite frankly, we have an aging population and a lot of tourism. So there's a lot of accidents in our area and a lot of traffic and congestion. So for auto insurance, we're higher. The average is $1,600 a year, average. In our area, in Clearwater, you're looking at about $2,007 a year. So a little higher in Clearwater, and there is a reason for that. Now, for homeowners insurance, for your home, if you're going to own a home, homeowners insurance is higher too. And you got to understand that we're in a tropical area, so we have a lot of rain. We have, sometimes there's hurricanes in our area, even though in Clearwater there hasn't been a direct hit from a hurricane in my lifetime. I'm 52 years old, and I've been here pretty much my whole life. We've never had a direct hit from a hurricane, knock on wood. But for homeowners insurance, we do have weather storms. So our homeowner, and we're close to water, so our homeowners insurance is a little higher. The average nationwide is $1,445. In Clearwater, we're at $1,727. Keep in mind, if you're closer to the water, you're going to have it a little more expensive, and you're also going to have to get flood insurance. I recommend anybody who owns a home in our area has flood insurance, even if you're not in the flood zone. And if you're not in a flood zone, flood insurance runs you around probably $400 a year, so it's not that bad. When you are in a flood zone, then the flood insurance gets more expensive. Obviously, if you're on the beach, it's way expensive, and I mean probably in the $3,000 to $5,000 a year. But if you're just in a normal flood zone, then you're probably in the, anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000 a year. So insurance, we're not that bad. The other insurance is health insurance. And health insurance, we're pretty good actually in our state, which is surprising to me because we do have an aging population. We're at right at the average, about 98.5%. Now, if you get private insurance, it's expensive. My private insurance, I'm self-employed, so I pay roughly $950 a month, and that's on the exchange. But if you're employed, you're going to be on a group plan, you're probably going to be a little bit cheaper. I have full family coverage, so I have myself, my wife, and 2 kids, so it's a little more expensive. For the most part, health insurance, we're right at the national average. All right, next we're going to go through some of the everyday costs. Let's start with groceries. We're about 105% of the national average, so just a little higher than the national average for groceries. If you get closer to the beach, you're going to get charged a little more because it's a tourist area, but for the most part, we're just a little bit above that. So for electricity, we're at the national average basically, on average, okay? In the summer, your electric bill is going to be a lot higher than in the winter, because in the winter, we don't have winter, so you don't really have to run your heat very often. In the summer, it's very hot and humid, so you're going to have to run your air conditioning 24/7 from June all the way probably through the end of September, even through October. You're going to be running your AC. So for the most part, we average about $220 a year for a single family home of around 2,200 square feet. In the summer, you can be looking at electric bills in the $350 range, and in the winter, you're looking at a lot lower, probably $100 to $110 a month. But for the most part, the average is $220. For cable, internet connection, we're right at the average, about $200 a month. That's with movie channels and for internet connection, so we're right at average there. Gas prices, we're right now, when I'm taping this, we're in the pandemic, so gas prices are kind of low, but we're always in the national average. Right now it's about $1.95 a gallon. Granted, again, if you go down to the beach area, you're going to be paying tourist prices, so you're going to be a little higher. But for the most part, in Clearwater area, you're looking at the national average. Now, restaurants, let's talk about dining. Dining's very affordable here. You can go out, family of 4, $70 with drinks. There are some expensive restaurants in the downtown Tampa area, downtown St. Pete. Obviously, if you go on the water, we have some nice restaurants on the water in St. Pete, even in Clearwater Beach. You're going to pay a little bit more, but in Clearwater in general, you're looking at average average cost for restaurants. So I've saved the best for last. The cost that is going to save you the most money if you want to move to Clearwater or even Florida in general, and that is state income tax. In Clearwater and in all of Florida, we have a 0% state income tax. And that is a beautiful thing. So if you're comparing salaries and you're moving here, take this into account. You are not going to pay anything for state income tax. We can thank the tourist industry for that. We never have had state income tax, and I don't think we ever will. So that is a beautiful thing for living in Clearwater. So that's the cost of living for living in Clearwater in 2020. Now, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out to us. There's some other videos here at the end of the screen you'll see that will help you for Clearwater and the Tampa Bay area. If you have any questions, please contact me. My contact information is on the screen. I'd be happy to help. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Take care. Stay healthy. Thank you very much.